Shall we continue?
Father, are you there, Ben?
Yeah, I'm listening. Yep.
Pawan, are you there, Pawan?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah, Pawan. So today, Madam is explaining the basic configurations.
Okay.
So just pay attention because
Yeah.
now you have to do right from scratch.
Okay.
Right. So I have with me Khader, so who is from US.
Okay.
Okay, so yesterday, I think last week we started this very basic things we have started.
Yeah, I know, sir. Already, last week I was joined one class also.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am, you can carry on.
Sir, yeah. So here I was telling you that I want to send packet from this network to this network. So where I'm trying to reach, it's not able to reach the packet. Why? Because here, if I try to verify through the ping command whether the machines are communicating or not, the packet is not reaching. I'm getting reply from 1.100, that is from here, and the telling, and the error is destination host unreachable. So my destination is unreachable. So it means there is no route. It's not able to find out the route to reach out my destination. So here the concept we have to understand, within the same network, we doesn't need any routing protocols. Whereas to communicate with different network, we need to go for routing. So what do you mean by routing? So routing means to reach from one network to another network, we need a routing protocols. Okay, so we have a routing protocols and we have a different types of routing. We have types of routing. So static routing we have, static routing, and then default routing we have, default routing, and dynamic routing. Dynamic routing. So these are the types of routing. So static routing. So here I will define the destination network manually. Destination network defined manually. Default routing, it's used in stub networks. We'll explain you what all these things. Dynamic routing, destination network will be updated automatically by using the routing protocols like RIP we have, EIGRP we have, OSPF we have. So like this, different types of protocols we have. By using this methodology, we can reach out from this network to this network. So right now, I'm not able to show you how the packets are going to reach out this destination network because I need to use any one of the routing methodology I should use. Either I should use a static routing or a default routing or a dynamic routing. So this is the concept we need to explain. Here comes the routing. Okay, understood, Kader?
Yes.
Okay, suppose if you ask me what we'll do, instead of taking the same router, sorry, different router, I just delete of this router. Here, I delete this link as well as this link also. And I try to connect with the same network, same router with different network. Instead of going to two router, I just take same router. See here. So for this interface, so 1.100, I remove this all. So here for this gigabit 0/0, I'll give 2.100. Okay. For this, I go to this interface and enable show IP interface brief, enter. You can see I have assigned IP for serial in 0/0. So you want me to remove that IP means I can remove by moving into configure terminal, go to interface serial 0/0/0, no IP, add, that is 20.0.0.1 to 255.0.0.0, enter. Control Z, show IP interface. Here I have removed the IP. So it's just I need to prefix the no to remove it. That's it. So now see, within same router I have connected 1.100 IP address for gigabit 0/0 interface, 2.100 for 0/1 interface. See here, 0/1 interface IP is not assigned. I will assign the IP to this interface. Go to configure terminal, go to interface gigabit 0/1. Instead of typing full gigabit Ethernet, I can only give starting data, that is G or S or F, anything I can give. That means for which I have connected, that ID I have to provide it. Enter and say IP add 192.168.2.100 and 255.255.255.0 and should say no shutdown. Control Z, show IP interface brief. Now you can see 2.100 is assigned and the status of the link is up and down. Okay, so now I try to ping from 1.1 machine to ping 192.168.2.1, enter. Am I able to reach? Will I get a reply?
Time out. Yep.
Yes, I'm getting a reply
Yes.
from 2.1. If I do Tracert command, tracing the route, Tracert 192.168.2.1, enter. See how packet is going. Packet is first reaching to 192.168.1.100. Again, it is coming to from here to another interface. It will coming from here to reaching to 2.1. So only one router is there. For same router, if I need to connect with the two different network, it's not required to go for any routing protocol for same router. Okay.
Okay.
If I take the other router, then I need to go with the routing methodology. Either I can go for static routing or dynamic routing or default routing. Any of the routing methodology I need to use. This part is clear. Father, any doubts
Yes.
here? Any doubts here?
No.
No. Okay. So now I will show you some commands here. We'll go for some basic commands here. I'll show you the details. Let me open the document. Here you can just, we'll have a look on this document. See here, router interfaces. So this is an example of 2600 router. So in 2600 router, so these are the ports we have. We have fast Ethernet ports, 2 serial ports we have with different pins. Console port we have, auxiliary port and power on and off switch, and we have a power cord connection. This is the external component. If I come to internal component, even router is also having power supply, and here we have a flash SIM, that is a single inline memory module, and also we have ROM chip, that is a boot ROM, which helps in for booting. And we have a RAM, that is a memory. DIMM stands for dual inline memory module. And we have a CPU. This is the internal component of 2600 router. And here we have a console connection. So when we need console connection, what is this console connection? Here I have shown you here. See here on this. Okay, first just save this. So come to this physical. I have a console port here. This is a console port. Can you see this, Kader?
Yeah, I can see. Yeah.
This is a console port. Okay. So what is the necessary of this console port? Why it is required? So the thing is here, console port, when we are using means in a real-time devices. We use this in a real-time. In real time. That means suppose if I purchase brand new router, let me assume I have purchased some router for my office use or my home office, or you can say for my home office. Okay, I have purchased my router. Now I need to configure this router. How I can configure this router? See, here you can observe this is a router. I just go for Google. This is a router. Okay. So this router, is it having any monitor?
No.
No. So how I need to connect this router for my PC or for my laptop? If I purchase this router, I need to do configuration for this router, means I have to connect this router to my computer, that is for my desktop or for my laptop. Through laptop or through desktop, I can configure this router. So in that scenario, we need this console port. We need this console port. This one. We need this console port. That means just assume here I have purchased a brand new router. I want to do configuration. So for that, what should I do? By using a console cable, by using a console port. So this router is having a console port. So I'm connecting this to my laptop, or I can connect this into my desktop through this port. Either one. Either I can go for laptop, either I can go for computer, any of the thing, desktop. Okay. So I will connect this to from here to here. Now I need to access this router, means how can I access this router? By using some software. By using some software. What is that? What are that software? That is, we have software called PuTTY, or we have a software called Tracert, or we have a software called Secure CRP. Secure CRP. So these are the softwares we have to install it. We have to download it from the Google software. I can be able to access my router. Can access my router. Okay. In Cisco Packet Tracer, I can show you easy way how to connect to this console port. There we have a easy way. Whereas in real time, it's not much easy. We need to follow some steps and procedures we have to follow. So this document says you about. So here, see here, computer or terminal console connection. So this is I call this as a rollover cable. What is this console port? It is a 8-pin modular. It uses RJ45 connector used to access the router IOS. And connected computers can be connected to COM port or RS-232 port. So this will be used to configure the brand new routers. And we use some software application to gain access to router. That is, if I'm using Windows operating system, I can go with Hyperterminal, Tracert, or PuTTY. If it is a Linux, I can go with Minicom. Okay, so that is your see. This router connected to desktop by using a rollover cable. Desktop is connected over RJ45 connector. So here it is connected to console. I can show you here also the same thing. I go with a new router instead of this. I take new router. So this is a new router. I have a laptop, or I can go with PC also. Anyone I can. So here, what I'll do, I just take a console cable, connect to console to laptop RS-232. So like this, we need to connect. So now I need to access. See, if I click here, directly I will get CLI because it's all pre-configured. In this simulation, I can do this. Whereas in real time, it's not much easy. In real time, what we need to do on the laptop, we have to install that application. Where I get that application? So here you will get that application. I can type for Hyperterminal. Download. So this is the software. Hyperterminal, Windows 7, 8, 10, any of the software. Or if I want to download PuTTY, you can go for PuTTY. So download PuTTY. See, okay, we can download it. Through this, we can do the access. So here I'll show you in the laptop, come to desktop, and here terminal, this one. So if I give here, click OK. So should say, see, this is the software, Hyperterminal software. Should say no. See, I can access my router. Okay, so this router. So I'll show you here. Come to this router interface on this CLI. See what is router? Router name is router only. I can access through this laptop. So how to do that? Come to terminal, click OK. I change the router name here. Okay, enable config and say host name is R-1. Enter. Control Z, WR. Okay. So let me close this one. You can go and check here. See, router name is changed. Can you see? Can you observe
R1.
here?
Yep.
Further understood?
Yeah, I can see R1. Yeah, you change the name.
Yeah, we have changed the name. Where we have changed the name? Have I changed the name in CLI of the router? No, I have changed the name through the laptop.
Laptop.
Correct? So in real time also, in this way, I can able to access this. Okay? This part is clear?
Yes.
Okay. So next, I'll come to the basic configuration. Routing. Okay. We'll come to CLI mode. So we have a different modes here. So which are the modes of CLI in the router or a switch? So what I'm explaining here, it will be same as in switch and also router of Cisco devices. Okay. We have a user execution mode. If it is displaying with this arrow key, so that means I'm in user execution mode. And if it is prompting with hash, then I'm in privilege mode. If it is prompting with router config hash, that means I am in global configuration mode. If it is prompting with config-if hash, that means I am in interface mode. Okay, which is the first mode, that is a user execution mode. So that means whenever I see here, I have, just I will exit. Okay, so now I am in which mode? My router is prompting with arrow key. That means we are in which mode now? We are in user execution mode. We are in which mode? Khader?
Yeah, USX.
User execution. EX means execution. We are in user execution mode. So what is this user execution mode? In user execution mode, I can do some basic things. That's it. That means I can just go with the show commands. Okay, let me go here. See here. If I put question mark, see, these are the commands I can run in user execution mode, like connect, disable, disconnect, enable, exit, logout, ping, resume, show, SSH, telnet, terminal, trace route. Only some basic commands, only show commands I can able to run on this user execution mode. Now, I want to configure IP address. If I provide a command called IP at 20.0.0.1 to 55.0.0.0, see, it's throwing me the error. What is the error? It's showing me invalid input. Correct. So why
Yes.
I'm getting invalid? I'm not able to do from this mode. To do that, I need to go for the configuration mode only. Here, only the thing, if you put question mark, only these are the commands I can run in this mode.
Basic.
Okay, clear?
Yeah, it's a basic.
Yeah, only basic, only show commands I can run. Suppose if I say, show here, show running system information, show put question mark. See, after show, I can check with the show ARP or show CDP, show clock. Okay, I just give your show clock. Show clock. See, what is my clock time? It's showing in March 1, 1993. I want to reset. I'm not able to reset my date through here. To do that, I need to go for privilege mode. Okay. So now I need to navigate to the next mode. Means what is the command I have to use here? I should use enable command. ENABLE. Enter. See, if I press enable, if I type enable and press enter, I'll move to the next mode. That mode is privilege execution mode or privilege mode. So now we are in which mode? Kader?
Yeah, we are in a
Privilege mode.
Yeah.
Router is prompting with hash. Can you notice here?
Yeah, hashtag.
I'm in which mode now?
Privilege.
Yeah, privilege mode. So if you put question mark, here also you can check which are the commands you can run. So clear command, configure command, copy command, debug command, delete. So like this we have. So here this command, this mode I can use for to run the show command as well as the monitoring the network. I can use this mode to monitor the network and also for to run the show commands. In this mode, I can do only that thing. For example, if I want to set the clock, I cannot set the clock by being in the exit. To go back, I use exit or disable I can use here. If I say here clock set, I want to set the clock time. If I say clock set, it will not take. It is showing me invalid input. Okay. So let me go to the to set the clock, go to next mode, that is privilege mode. And here, if I give the command show clock enter. This is the time. I want to set this router timing means. So for that command is clock set followed by this one. Okay, put question mark here. It is telling here HHMM and current time. So let me give the current time is 22 hours 56 minutes and just say 55 seconds. And the month is, we are in May month and the year is 2020. Enter. Okay. So now you say show clock. Enter. Have I changed the time and date?
Yes, okay.
It's changed. Okay. So this is how I can setting the date and time. You can take down this command. Okay. And I want to set the host name. That means I want to change the router name. How to do that one? So if I provide the command host name in a privilege mode, followed by, let me give the name Khader. Enter. See, throwing me the error. It's telling me invalid input. I can't change or I can't configure my router in basic modes, that is this first two modes, in user execution mode, also in privilege mode. Whatever the changes I wanted to do for my router, I have to go for global configuration mode. How to navigate to global configuration mode? By using the command configure terminal. This is the full command. It is same as the short form, that is conft. Clear? What is the full form of conft? Configure terminal. If I provide this command and press enter, I'll move to the configuration, global configuration mode. So in this mode, I can do the configurations like assigning the IP address, providing the host name, doing telnet commands, all these things I can do through this one. Okay. So now changing the host name, I'm changing host name to the name Khader. Enter. See, I have changed the host name.
Oh,
Okay. To remove the host name, no host name. Enter. If I give no host name, I am coming back to router. That's the default name. I want to change it. Again, you can change the host name into Khader. Okay. This
yeah,
part is clear.
yes.
So next mode is specific configuration. So like specific means I want to go for routing. So then we go for RIP, like command we give. So router it will go, or interface mode I need to go. It will go for specific configuration. Up to here everything is clear.
Yes.
Okay. So I have shown you basic router configuration, how to setting the date and time I have shown. We'll go for scenario 2. What is there in scenario 2? Setting the host name. This also I have shown. Okay. In scenario 3, setting user mode passwords. Okay. I can assign the passwords in two ways. First, provide the password through plain text or encrypted. Okay. I can assign a password. How to assign a password? See, now if I open the router, okay, I will exit from here. Okay, see, I can directly access my router. Suppose if this is open without password, okay, in my company we have multiple employees, we have on multiple network administrators we have. If it is open, anyone can come and anyone can access my router. To avoid unauthorized access, I can provide a password to this router. How to provide the password? Okay, so that we will do it now. So here enable config okay. So enable command is enable password question mark. If you give, you can say here 7 specifies a hidden password. Line the unencrypted clear text. Level set execution level password. So here first I will go with a plain text password only. I will give password 123. Enable password is 123 I will give and say enter and control Z. So I just save this by giving a right command and exit here. If I type enable, see it is asking me password. Before it was not asking me password. Anyone can access my router. If I give enable, so they can move. If they know they are good in the command language and they know to see the router interfaces and all, they move to enable command. They go to the next commands and they will check out all the details of my router. Now I have encrypted. Sorry, I have
Password.
yeah, I have provided the password. What is the password here? 123 is my password. By providing the password, I can able to access my router. Clear? Okay.
Yes.
So now I'll giving you one command here. Show running config. Enter. See here. If I give show running config, my password is visible. Anyone can read my password. If they are having a password, they know the password, right?
Yeah.
They come to know. I want to encrypt this password means how can I do that? To do that, again, I should go for configuration terminal. Instead of giving only enable password, say enable secret and enable secret password. I will give here 1234. Enter. Okay. Control Z and say save the command, save the configuration. Show running config. Enter. See here. Enable secret if I give, it's encrypted. I want to remove this enable password 123 means that also I can give. How to remove that? Conf T no enable password 123. Enter. No enable password. So control Z. Show running config. Can you see here? I have removed the enable password. Only I have enable secret. So if anyone coming and accessing my router by giving a show running config command, so if they try to know my password, it is encrypted and it is kept. It is an unreadable format. It's not in a readable format. Clear? Clear?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So now control Z, just exit and provide enable. See, it is asking me password. What is my password? 1, 2, 3, 4 is my password. Enter. Clear? This part is clear?
Yes.
So next we have a Telnet password. So what is Telnet? Taking remote access. Okay. What is Telnet?
Enable removal password.
Taking remote access. I'll show you how and why.
Yeah.
Go to this topology now. So I just say here, this is a first floor. This is second floor. And this third floor. Okay. So now We'll take here some switch, and I'll take some router here, and I will connect some pieces here. Connect some pieces. So I go for a connection. Let me connect from this to this, and this to this, this to this, here to here. Okay. So now I want to provide IP address to all the machines. So here what I will do, I will not go for static IP address. Okay, I'll configure DHCP in my router. I'll configure DHCP in my router. DHCP means what? Dynamic host configuration protocol, which provides the IP address automatically to your users. Okay, clear?
Yes.
Okay, how to configure a DHCP? Just a moment. I'm getting some message. I'm replying to that message. So here, click on the router, come to CLI. So for router, I will assign IP address first. So the router IP address is 192.168.10.100. Provide router IP address is 10.100. That is with /20. First configure the router IP address. Say no here. Enable conf interface gigabit 0/0 IP add 192.168.10.1 100 255.255.255.0 and say no shutdown. Okay, so manually I have configured the IP address for my router interface. So now you can check out here in this machine, desktop, IP config, nothing. I don't have any IP address. So for all the machines, I don't have any IP address. I come here on this DHCP, I need to configure on the router to get IP addresses on the PCs. So how to configure the DHCP? The command here is should be in the configuration mode, not in the interface mode. To go back, I'm just pressing the exit here. EX exit. Okay. I say IP question mark. See here, I have a command DHCP. Configure DHCP server and relay parameters. So say here IP DHCP question mark again. I should say the pool. Okay. Configure DHCP address pool. So I say configure DHCP pool 1. Okay. I have just spelled wrong. Okay. Just exit. Pool 1. Pool name is pool 1. Okay. Or else I give lab 1. Any name I can give. Lab 1. Okay. So I have to specify the pool here. So my pool is, I'm using here network 192.168.10.0 and 255.255.255.0. Enter. And default router. So default router IP is also same 192.168.1.100. This is my default router IP address. That means this one. 1.10.100, sorry, not 1.100. .100. Okay, enter. That's it.
You don't need the /24.
Yeah.
The IP address.
/24. Here only I have given.
Okay.
So this is default router. This machine IP address I have set it as a default gateway. Okay. So now come to this PC IP configuration DHCP. See, getting IP address. And default gateway is also set 10.100 for this machine also. Desktop DHCP. This is 10.2. Okay. Getting?
Yeah.
So this is connected to cloud. So just assume this is connected to cloud. Let me draw some line here. Connected to cloud. Okay. So this is for external network. This is my internal. This is my office. My office is having 3 floors. First floor, second floor, and third floor. So just assume here we have some 100 users. Okay. Here I have some 50 users, 50 employees. Users means 50 employees. Here I have some 20 employees. Okay. I have some 20 employees. Only I have connected with 2. Just assume in this way. 20 users I have, 50 users I have, 100 users I have. So 100 users means you need 2 or 3 switch here. So don't get confused. I have attached only 1 switch here. So now I was explaining about Telnet. Okay, I was explaining about Telnet. So Telnet means accessing the device remotely. So now go to this router, Control Z. See, I have a Telnet. I want to first configure the Telnet. How to configure the Telnet? So for that, I should go for conf t and say line question mark. See, line question mark, if I give, I have option aux for auxiliary line, console for primary terminal line, TTY for terminal controller, and VTY for virtual terminal. I need virtual terminal. Okay, so before that, if I try to access from this machine, okay, so close this, come to command prompt and say select 192.168.10.100. This router I want to access by being in the first floor. Okay, enter. What is the error I'm getting? Closed by foreign host. Connection is to 10.100 closed by foreign host. I'm not able to connect, correct?
Yes.
Try from this machine, the same error you are getting. Command prompt, say let 192.168.10.100. Same error. If you try from all the machines, same error. Why? Because I have not yet configured the telnet in my router itself. So I want to configure means I should go and say line VTY and put question mark. How many lines I have? 0 to 15. First, I'll give 0 to 15 means total 16 lines can be open. 16 machines I can able to access. Okay. First, I'll give only 0. 0 means only one connection. I open with one connection. Or else, I want 2 connections, you can go with 0 to 1. Want 4 connection means you can go 0 to 3. I want only 1 means you can give for 0. Line VTY,
So you
0.
can go 0 from 15.
Yeah, we have this many 16
Okay.
open lines. Okay, that means 16 machines can access remotely.
Okay.
So next thing, line VTY 0 to 4 means 5 lanes is open. So I have to assign the password and then say the command. So assign the password here, line VTY 0. So password, I say CCNA is the password. Enter. At the time of login, it should ask. Enter. And Control Z, save. So now I try to access the 10.100. See, it is asking me the password. It is asking me the password. What is the password? CCNA is the password. Enter. You can access my router by sitting in first floor. Can I access my router?
Yeah.
Or I try to access from sitting in second floor. I try to access my router. Okay. It's not allowing me. Why? Because the limit to access my router, I have given only one connection. See here, one connection. If I try to access from here, it is not allowing me. It's showing closed by foreign host. If I come out from this, then it will allow. Suppose if I say exit and try from here, it will allow now. Because I have closed this. See, CCNA is the password. It's allowing me one connection. If I log off from here, then it will allow the other machine to access. I want at least one machine. I want to access from here also, here also, here also means then I should go here and I have to change here. Come to configure terminal. Say line VTY 0 to 2. Enter. Password is same CCNA, enter. At the time of login, it has to ask. Okay, so now I come here, I try to access, I provide the password CCNA. It is allowing me. From here, it is already allowed. From here also I try from third floor. So come to command prompt. So Telnet 192.168.10.100. Enter. Password CCN. Enter. Clear?
Yep.
3 connection. If I go for 4th connection, it will not allow. Why? Because I have only provided 3 connections. Like this, 16 connections can be kept open. Telnet 192.168.10.100. See, it's closed. Clear?
Yes.
Telnet means remotely I can access from the remote area. I can access my router. Even switch also I can access if I configure. Okay. So the
Okay.
thing why I'm taking Telnet. Suppose I am a network administrator. I have some work on my third floor. Now, if some person is calling and telling my network is not working, I need to check the status of, or I need to monitor my router. Any of the thing I wanted to do means I have to get down from third floor to first floor. Then I have to check my router physically. Correct? This is the
Yes.
process I have to handle. So instead of that, if I have a Telnet, wherever I am sitting, I can take access of my router by sitting in my place. That is why we need a Telnet. Clear?
Yeah.
What you have learned now? How to configure DHCP, how to configure Telnet, how to configure console, how to set date and time, how to change host name, what are the modes we have: user execution mode, privilege mode, global configuration mode, interface mode, all the basics things you have learned. Okay.
Okay. And what is Beirut 0?
Which one?
Yeah, that one.
This one. Just
Yeah.
simply,
Okay.
I wanted to
Okay.
tell you this is connected to internet.
Okay. Okay.
That's it. I'm not connected outside network. So
Okay.
this is internet network. This is outside network. To show you
Okay.
in that way, I have connected you. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. You want me to repeat here? Any
No,
of
but
the thing?
no. So this, I want a practical after you.
You need practice.
Yeah, to send me. How can I get them? The note.
Which one?
This recording, so I can do myself.
You have recording video on YouTube. It's, I think.
Oh, okay.
You can take that recording and you can learn.
Okay.
Okay. And next here, console password I have already shown. Have I shown console password? No, I think. I'll show you console password. So come here. Suppose if I say exit, see here, it is not asking any password in the starting, correct?
Yeah.
Here it's not asking any password. Enable conf, enter, and say here line console 0, line console 0, enter, and say password 123. Enter. At the time of login, it should ask enter. Control Z, WR. Enter. Now exit. See, it is asking me password. Console password 123.
Okay.
Okay. So, or else another way you want to show exam in real time console password means, so go for any PC and take a console cable and connect it here for us to that. So now here try to access the desktop, come to terminal, click OK. See, it is asking the password. This is a console port password 123. Clear?
Yes.
That is a console password. So next is encrypting all password. Now you can see the configuration, what are the configurations I have done to my router. So enable show running config. If I give here, it is showing me host name is router only. Okay, let me change the host name. Conf host name I change to Tracert. Enter. Show running config here. Host name is Kader. I have configured the IP address. My network is 10.0 network. Default router is 10.100. And then I have configured interface 0/0 IP address is 10.100. And then I have configured the console password. Password is 123. Password I can read out here. And your line VTY password, I can read out the password, CCNA password. I have not configured enable password. Let me configure enable password also. Come to conf t. So say enable password. Enable password, I'll give CCNP. Enter. Control Z. So show running config. Here you can see enable password also. See, enable password CCNP. Now I can read all the password. Enable password is CCNP. Line console password is 123. Line VTY password is CCNA. I want to encrypt all this password means I can encrypt at a time. For that, go to configure terminal and say service password encryption. Okay. Enter. Now Control Z. Give show running config. You can see your password is encrypted. It's unreadable format. I can't read my password. If I remember, then only I can go. I can log in, or else I cannot log in. See, line console 0 password is also encrypted. Line VTY password is also encrypted. Clear?
Yep.
So setting IP address to interfaces is done. Show IP interface brief. You know about this command. Connecting to router via Telnet. We have did this. Telnet. I have shown you this.
Yes.
Changing the IP address to an interface by giving no IP address. This command also I have used. Want to remove the enable, that is secret password I want to remove. So give no enable secret. That's it.
Yeah.
To remove the host name, no host name. Okay. Now we go and set the banner, setting the banner. Okay. So to do that, need to go for configuration mode and say banner. Okay. We'll set the banner now. How to do that? Go to this. Okay. Asking me console password here. Console password is CCNA or one, two, three. Enable password is CCNP. Okay. Enter. So now here you can see I'm not able to see any banner here. We'll configure a banner. How to configure a banner to the router. Come to configuration terminal. Say banner question mark. Login and MOTD. I have two things here, login and MOTD. I want to do it for MOTD. Say here, banner, MOTD, put question mark. C here. C character text, where C is a delimiting character. Any delimiting character I should use here. I use asterisk symbol here, asterisk, and say unauthorized users or not allowed, and end with a asterisk. Enter. Okay, just Ctrl Z, WR. Here I have set the banner. Unauthorized users are not allowed. So login, banner login I want to provide means I can provide that also. 1, 2, 3 and enable CCNP enable. Conf say banner login start with asterisk. Welcome to online Orosh Solutions Private Limited. Close with the asterisk. Enter. Can you see here? I have set the banner at the time of login. Here,
Yep.
setting the banner. This one. Okay.
Okay. So almost time's up, maybe. The time. It's finished. 1 o'clock
Time-
now.
Time is up. We'll stop
Yeah.
it here.
Yeah, my time is 1:03 now.
Okay. Sir, are you there?
Yeah, man.
Shall we stop the class here?
Yeah, we can start this. I think he has to back to work, I guess. Right, Khader?
Yeah, exactly. 1:30.
Yeah, no issues.
1:03
You can
now.
stop the recording, man.